Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel. Today, we're here to talk to you about how Bert and his wife purchased so many dividend stocks that they added almost $170 to their forward income total in September alone.
You know the drill, everyone, by now. Smash that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up on the video. We mean it. Our goal here with our channel is to bring you financial education, spread the word of dividend investing, and help you increase your forward dividend income as well. So every thumbs up helps so that you can make sure that this content is delivered straight to your YouTube feed.
And if you're not familiar yet, the Dividend Diplomats, we love dividend investing. And each month, Bert and his wife, myself and my wife, we make dividend stock purchases each and every month, and sometimes each and every day if we can. And we do that because we invest in dividend stocks that produces dividend income, which adds to your passive income or your income totals in order to reach financial freedom. And Bert and his wife just tore the cover off the ball. And you know, it's very well timed given that we are in the month of October and MLB playoff baseball is in full swing.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Indians aren't doing anything more. They were eliminated last week, but the playoffs are getting up. We're in the middle of the NBA Finals, and the NFL season's heating up.
They probably just didn't buy enough dividend stocks to really get them over the hump.
Yeah, or maybe not with their extra time. They're going to be buying some dividend stocks.
They'll probably be watching all the Dividend Diplomat YouTube videos, if you ask me.
Yeah, Frankie, if you're here, give us one more year before you sign. But
make sure you subscribe, Frankie. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe, hit the like button. Now, Bert, what did you and your wife do in the month of September to allow you to add almost $170 in additional income?
Yeah, so we actually kept it pretty simple this month, Laney. Rather than buying a lot of stocks, taking a shotgun approach to adding to our portfolio, we actually only purchased 4 dividend stocks. That's right, 3 of them are Dividend Aristocrats, and 1 of them has been a company that was on Lanny's September watch list, and probably has been on a lot of our watch lists going forward because we love them. So our goal, we use free trades because we use Fidelity as our brokerage account. We purchase a lot of small shares with $0 trade fees and build that position over the month to help us catch the ebbs and flows of the stock prices for these companies.
So, you know, Bert, one of the questions I have, and I'm sure the viewers have, is were these new stock positions in your portfolio, or are they current positions in your dividend stock portfolio?
No, that's a great question, Lanny. Actually, ironically, all 4 of these were stocks that we currently own. So we just decided to continue building positions and seeing the income grow. We'll get larger dividends in the fourth quarter from these companies. We'll buy more fractional shares, and we'll just continue seeing the power of dividend reinvesting happening.
You know, overall, you know, the market has been rising high. So how are you able to find, 4 undervalued dividend stock investments?
Yeah, you know the drill by now. And viewers, I expect you to know exactly how I found these as well. We use the Dividend Diplomats Dividend Stock Screener to help find them. It has 3 simple metrics. We look, metric number 1, price to earnings ratio less than the S&P 500. Metric 2, dividend payout ratio less than 60%. And 3, a history of dividend increases and a dividend growth rate as well.
You know, and as the viewer, and I'm here a viewer, interviewing Bert here about his dividend stock purchases over in the month of September 2020. So Bert, you added $170. Did you, how much capital or how much money did you have to invest into the stock market, into these dividend stocks to allow you to add $170 in dividend income?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. This month I didn't have to add as much as I needed to because a lot of my purchases were of higher dividend yield. So we only added just over $3,300 in capital to achieve $170-ish in new forward dividend income. As you'll see when I start telling you about the stocks that we purchased, the yield is pretty high, so that gave me an average purchasing yield of 5% here, which significantly above our portfolio's yield, which is a little under 3%. And you know what? Ally just cut my savings rate from 0.8% to 0.6%. Thanks for the high yield savings account, Ally. So that 5% is significantly higher than the rate we're earning on our savings account.
You know, and kind of to take a step back to all the viewers, you know, save money. I mean, that's step number 1. And it's not that we don't spend money, but we try to find the right areas to spend. I know Bert and his wife, myself and my wife, we try not to just go and buy material possessions. So having a high savings rate, I'm assuming, Bert, more than likely allows you and your wife to be able to invest over $3,300.
Yep, that's exactly it. When we do spend, we spend on something that's going to add value to our lives, and that's really the main objective with our spending. We've cut down the frivolous expenses that would eat away at the savings rate, so that, to your point, we can invest $3,300 in a month and be comfortable with it.
So I definitely challenge all the viewers to look at what you spend money on, look at that credit card statement, look at your expenses and where your money actually goes, and I can guarantee you'll find something that maybe doesn't actually make you as happy as you actually think, and that you're able to reduce that expense. And hey, instead of turning in that money into an expense, you can buy a dividend stock.
Yeah, and winter is coming too, so check those utility bills to see if you can get an energy supplier at a lower rate to keep those utility bills down as well.
All right, so Bert, you invested $3,300 into 4 dividend stocks, and 3 of those were Dividend Aristocrats. What are Dividend Aristocrats again?
Dividend Aristocrats are companies that have increased their dividend for 25 plus consecutive years. So they've increased their dividend through good times and bad, through many different economic cycles, some booms and busts. So that's what we're looking for. We want to see companies that consistently will increase their dividend. So that's why I always love saying I just bought a bunch of Aristocrats.
And for the viewers too, and he mentioned earlier, his average yield is about 5% on his investments. Some may say, oh, it's really high. Some investors out there may think that's really low. Again, I would always urge you, if some stock is yielding very high, there's a good chance that yield, that dividend is not going to stay for a long period of time because it may not be sustainable. And again, to get your dividend yield, you take the dividends paid per year per share and you divide it by that stock price.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly too, I didn't go into this month saying I need to achieve a 5% dividend yield on my purchases. That just happened because I like the companies that we are buying. Yield, we obviously want to make sure we're earning some yield, don't get me wrong, but dividend yield is never the first metric we're looking at. We want to make sure it's that quality stock with a great payout ratio, as Lanny suggests, before we start buying and adding.
All right, so now that we've got a lot of Q&A already completed with some good dividend investing, how to buy stocks, financial education right there, it's time to ask Bert the real questions. All right, Bert, what were the 4 dividend stocks you bought in September?
Oh man, I'm feeling the heat coming right now.
Oh baby.
Dividend stock number 1 that we purchased, Cisco Systems, ticker symbol CSCO. Company number 2, AT&T, ticker symbol T. Of course, I bought AT&T. That's a company I've been adding to significantly over the last quarter. Number 3, Walgreens, ticker symbol WBA. And last, but definitely not least, People's United Bancorp, PBCT.
So Bert, how much money did you guys invest into Cisco?
Yeah, we invested just over $1,500 in Cisco. Between my wife and I account, we added 39 shares, which will give us another $55, $56 in forward dividend income.
Wow, and they were, I think, a stock on my dividend stock watch list.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why we bought Cisco. Lanny identified the company several months ago, and we've just loved the metrics ever since. And what was interesting with Cisco's price over September, it just kept coming down. So if you recall, we keep buying small doses of companies. I was able to achieve a lower average price and keep bringing my cost of acquisition down for Cisco over the month.
I mean, Cisco's yielding, getting closer to 4%, trading below $40, with the below 13 or 14 price to earnings, below 50% payout ratio. It's hard not to look at Cisco.
Yeah, the lowest purchase price we got them at was $37.750.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So now dividend stock number 2, let's talk a little bit about AT&T, Bert.
Yeah.
I see that you guys, you invested about $1,500 in Cisco. How much did you guys invest into AT&T?
Yeah, Lanny, we invested just over $750 in AT&T. That was a combined 26 shares between our 2 accounts, which gives us a new forward dividend income of $54. Now, that's almost what's cool about that with AT&T, why I like that. That's going to give us almost 2 new shares of the company each year. Their price is trading around the $28, $29, so we're not quite getting 2 shares via drip, but it's pretty darn close, which will then give us almost another $4+ in dividend income going forward.
The power of dividend reinvestment is real. Dividend reinvestment is when you get that dividend and you have the setting turned on to just automatically pick up shares. So Bert's saying that when the dividend gets paid, it's going to acquire more shares, which adds to more shares, which means more dividend income, and the cycle continues.
Yep, the dividend snowball gets rolling.
So for dividend stock number 3, I know you mentioned Walgreens.
Yep.
Now, how much did you invest into Walgreens?
We added $800, actually almost $800 on the dot to Walgreens. That's pretty impressive, and they bought us 22 new shares of Walgreens combined in our accounts, which gives us $40 of dividend income going forward.
$40 to buy Bert 40 ounces.
I love it. I think that's a great philosophy. That's where I'm spending my dividend income, everybody, at Walgreens. No, but it's a company we've been building over the last few quarters as well. We own CVS. We want to get their competitor Walgreens. I think the sector's strong. They're in the healthcare sector. They've been a huge help for people in the pandemic. I know we'll pick up some medications from Walgreens here or there too. So with the wide distribution network, we thought it'd be great to have both. And plus the dividend yield is a nice little treat on the company as their price continues to fall.
So not only on the corner of happy and healthy, but they're also on your dividend portfolio, keeping it happy and healthy. Now, last but not least, you mentioned People's Bank Corp. United.
Yeah.
PBCT. Nobody knows about this little community bank that's actually larger, but is a dividend aristocrat.
Yeah, it's always funny that they are an aristocrat, and their yield is getting very close to AT&T. We really didn't buy much of People's United. We added just over $250 in 25 shares, which gives us $18 of new dividend income going forward. What really caught my eye was their price has always historically been, when I've been buying them, between the mid-10s and the mid-12s. At the end of the month, as the market started to come down, their stock price fell. I even caught their price. I had bought 10 shares at $9.97 per share. So I saw the price. I'm like, this doesn't look right. I need to pick up 10 shares of PBCT right now.
So in summary, Bert bought 4 dividend growth stocks. 3 of them are already dividend aristocrats. And he did that by saving a lot of money and investing it into income-producing assets to create more passive income.
Yeah, it's a really cool formula. It's nice that we're going to be adding $170 to our forward dividend income going forward. And I can't wait to see the first impact of this in the fourth quarter when we start seeing those dividends trickle in.
The real takeaway, too, is if you're able to do this consistently month after month and year after year somehow, your journey to financial freedom gets so short because of that income and dividend income snowball just accumulates. You've got the dividend increases, dividend reinvestment, and obviously buying more shares that continues to fuel the power.
Yeah, and that's a great point too, because it just starts accumulating. The dividend income grows faster when the numbers are larger. As weird as that sounds, but it's just nice to see. So the key is save as much as you can, get started, and start getting that snowball rolling downhill.
Lastly, I'll also say that these stocks were evaluated through the Dividend Diplomat stock screener. All had very undervaluation type metrics, below the S&P 500 price to earnings, solid dividend payout ratios, dividend growth rate, and history is there.
Yeah. So again, these are some of our videos where we're watching. You're going to start seeing some more purchase videos coming along. We also have videos showing you how to buy dividend stocks, what metrics to look for, and even what stocks are going to be on our watch list going forward. So please, if you want to learn more, we'll put one of the playlists up in the end screen here.
Yep. And please leave your feedback. Tell us what stocks you bought, what questions you have on the 4 dividend stocks Bert bought, any other comments or feedback on what we look for. Again, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel so you can see every time when we come out with some new content. Hopefully we're helping you on your journey to financial freedom. Bert, congrats, man.
Thanks.
Give me some right here, COVID style. This is Bert and Laney from the Dividend Diplomats.
Over and out.